Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Appreciate you guys so much for tuning in for this video. And guys, we finally figured out who Ohio State starting quarterback is going to be after the quarterback competition that they've had. Obviously, Justin Fields was drafted by the Chicago Bears in the first round. So that quarterback position was pretty much a three-man race here. And you had guys like obviously C.J. Stroud, Jack Miller, Kyle McCord. And so, yeah, but the starting quarterback for the Ohio State Buckeyes is going to be C.J. Stroud. That has been announced today, and he's going to start against Minnesota in the season opener. And, yeah, he is going to be the Buckeyes starting quarterback. So looking forward to seeing him in action on September 2nd. And just to go through the article here, I know Ryan Day, he's been evaluating these guys the entire time, wanting to see what each of these guys can do, who's going to separate themselves from the pack. And so according to Ryan Day, he says that, obviously, Stroud was the backup to Justin Fields last fall, and he won the job this summer ahead of Jack Miller and freshman Kyle McCord. None of them, have thrown a pass at the college level, I should say. But he's 6'3", 218 pounds. Completed 16 of 22 passes for 185 yards and 2 touchdowns in the spring game earlier this week. And with all the talent that the Buckeyes have in the spring game, that's replicative of what you'd see on the actual field. And yeah, they says that he separated himself in the competition. He says he will work hard over the weekend and then into next week to start preparing for Minnesota. They said at the news conference, he says, I thought over the body of work between the spring and also through the preseason, he separated himself with his decision-making, his leadership skills, and his accuracy. And so now they've got to prepare him to play a game. So Stroud, he played in 3 games as a true freshman in 2020. He played against Rutgers, Michigan State, and Clemson in the college football playoff semifinals and had a 48-yard run against the Spartans. They said that while all the quarterbacks have improved, it was the right decision for sure. He says, I think he knows this is an opportunity. They says it's not an accomplishment, it's an opportunity. I think he will look at it like that. Now we've got to go about the business of putting it on the field. So obviously, yeah, that Buckeyes room extremely young, and so the only quarterback that Ohio State had with any experience from last season, he's the one that's going to be starting this upcoming season. So Buckeye Nation, they definitely have a lot of excitement for this upcoming season, but obviously quarterback position has been a position that we've all been curious about, just who's going to start at that quarterback role. Justin Fields, he was tremendous last year in that role and even the year before that. So having him was really big. And even before that, Haskins, he was pretty good at the position too. So the bar has raised for the standard of Ohio State quarterbacks, having had our last 2 quarterbacks at Ohio State get drafted in the first round. So let's see if Stroud will be the next in that name to keep that trend continue, a trend that's rising upwards, as I believe that Justin Fields is going to change the narrative that many people have about Ohio State quarterbacks at the NFL level. But with that being said, though, yeah, I believe the AP poll has Ohio State ranked like 4th. I believe I was a little surprised that they were that low. But yeah, I know Ohio State, we really want to get back to the college football playoffs and redeem themselves, but it starts in the regular season. And it's going to be very important, especially I believe the second game they play, if not the second or third game they play, they've got Oregon coming up really quickly in the schedule. So they're going to want to make sure that they are ready for that. And they're going to need Stroud to be, hitting his strides pretty much out there on the field. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Good day for the Buckeyes Nation. We now know who the starting quarterback is going to be down there at Ohio State. So I'm excited for Stroud. I'm looking forward to seeing CJ in action. And I want to hear from the Buckeyes faithful as well as others out there. How do you feel about this decision right here? And yeah, what do you think about the Buckeyes this upcoming season? Definitely looking for all the comments, about the Buckeyes and stuff. And hey, making sure that if you haven't already, that you do consider subscribing to the channel. And as I do, I will be doing some stuff in terms of for college football and college basketball coming up, especially as the season's getting ready to start. You'll see more so a lot of streams during those games or perhaps some pregame stuff. I'm still trying to figure out exactly, what I'll be able to do. But in addition to that, I do a lot of NFL content, NBA content, all that stuff. So you'll definitely want to make sure that if you're a sports fan and you like football or basketball, make sure you guys do subscribe. But with that being said, appreciate you guys so much for tuning in for this video and see you guys next time.